Okay, we are going to record our training session today because we have several people who are not here. As you can see, we want to pray for Sonja. We all know that she had eye surgery this past Tuesday, so we're praying for her. And Debbie is getting ready to go out of the country. And is there anybody else missing that we're not expecting that's just not running late? Anybody else that we're expecting not to be here? Okay. Charlotte's on her way. I mean, I assume that most people that I don't see are actually on their way. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to just begin with a word of prayer and then we're going to get started. Okay. Let's pray together. Father, we are so grateful for your love and for your mercy, Lord, and for your watch care and for your provision. And I want to thank you for this Creation Life 2026 team, dear Father. We are here. We are submitting ourselves, our hearts, our wills, our minds to you, Father, so that you can use us in the way that you choose. And Lord, I just pray that the information will be clear today. And I pray more than anything, Father, that you would prepare each of our hearts to be ready for those that we will meet in just a couple of short weeks. We thank you so much. We love you. In the precious name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Amen. You guys would be really, really proud of me. I did not do anything that I would not consider essential while I was gone. That is to say, it was not 100%, but the things that I did do were things that could not wait. Honestly, they could not wait. And so I'm so grateful to be back. I pray that all of us will make sure that we take a little time for self care as well. I mean, how do we pour into others if we are not rested and rejuvenated? But I rested a lot over the last couple of weeks. And so I'm so grateful. I want to just review the agenda for just a moment. Deetra is actually at the copiers right now, or probably on her way back. And you will actually get a paper copy as well, okay? But I did send it in your WhatsApp. Do you have it? Everybody saw it? Okay, so for those of you who can look at it there, you're welcome to look at it there. Hello. All right. Okay, so here's what we're going to do today. Okay, so I want you to understand the plan today and what we're actually trying to do. Um, we're going to have a general session together and we're going to talk about some points, some of which are brand new. Okay. So, in other words, if you hadn't come today, there are going to be some things we're going to discuss here that we're not going to discuss again. I mean, we may discuss it on the call, we may, but some of these things, like this, is going to feel like a different Creation Life program. And every year does anyway. But this is going to feel like a different Creation Life program than last year. And I'll explain that in just a moment. Okay. So, we're going to have a general session together right here until 3:45. Can we scroll, please? Thank you. And then at 3:45, we're going to take a team photo. Okay, I know everyone is not here. Okay. However, and I know we don't have our t-shirts either. However, we're never all going to be here. Just want you to know that. Even on that day, for whatever reason, everybody's not going to be here on time, possibly. So we want to get a couple of pictures, okay, so that we can at least have everybody on a picture, okay? Ideally, everybody on one picture. But from doing this years and years and years, I know that that does not always work out. Then we're going to do a walkthrough demo. We're going to walk through what it feels like on the first day. Okay, now I know that many of you were actual participants last year, but you didn't have the whole layout in your head and how that was going. Okay, so I want to walk through it with you so we can talk about it. You can ask me questions and show you how it's laid out. Then at 4 o'clock, we're going to intentionally break apart from each other. We're going to do breakout sessions. And the reason we're going to do this is because we are on different teams. Hi. Sorry. I know I'm on camera. Hi. Oh, sorry. Yes, we are on camera. We are recording this. Um, and the reason we're recording it is that there are some people who are missing, right? So you know how we are. Hi, Cynthia. I know it. I'm sorry. All right. Hug Johnny for me. Okay, so the reason that we're going to actually break out in just a moment is because um, we're on different teams. It's not the same. How are you? Thank you. Same to you. Um, we're on different teams, and there are things that we're going to talk about that we don't all have to talk about because we're not on the same team. Okay, you will notice I don't have a health team or phlebotomy team on here, and that's because the health team and phlebotomy team just have one job. Okay, and that one job is to learn how to use your new equipment and do it fast. Okay, and we actually have a guest that's coming. I was going to introduce our guest today, but she's not here yet, but hopefully she will be here because I talked to her earlier. Okay, so but these teams are operating all 12 weeks. Okay, the table leaders are operating all 12 weeks. The cooking team is operating all 12 weeks. The AV team is operating all 12 weeks. We have a couple of different teams that you'll learn about in just a minute too. Okay, continue. And then at 4:45, we are going to open our phlebotomy room because this year we're not going to have the phlebotomies that we've always had. Okay, you know, we have two people that come in and they do the blood work for everybody, cholesterol and all that. This year, we're going to have 8 people doing that instead of 2, right? We're going to get through this. We are going to have the best year by God's grace ever. But the people who are doing it need some guinea pigs, and that's what we are. Okay, so raise your hand. Raise your hand. I know how you love that. Raise your hand if you are actually planning on going through the program this year. Like when I say going through the program, I mean your goal is to do it yourself also. Okay, great, awesome, awesome. All right, so everybody except those who are afraid of needles or fingerprints. Okay, I know, Harold. Typically, what we would do is we try to get all of you done on the same day, right? And then we would have, the participants come in and do it, right? That's how we've always done it. We come in earlier, have the phlebotomy team start on our team, and then when they're finished, the participants start. But there are a couple of problems with that. Number one, no matter what time we tell them, some of those participants are going to be here super, super early, right? And what do you do with them? I mean, you know, we can't just sit them aside and nobody talk to them, right? We're going to get them this year. We're going to be ready for them this year, okay? They always do that. If we tell them 2 o'clock, they're here at 12:30. Okay? You know, not all of them, but some of them. You're still cleaning up. You're still, you know what I mean? You're still getting it together, and they're here. So this year, we're not doing the staff thing. Everybody that wants their, if you want that done, we're going to see if we can get you done today. Okay? It takes a minute, just a hot minute to do that. Okay? She's like, I did not know I came to work, but we're going to learn they're going to be learning their equipment. It's new, and what I mean by that is, they're nurses. They do this all the time. It's a finger prick, but we have a machine that's going to do the blood glucose along with the cholesterol, the triglycerides, and all that. That's one prick, yeah? And so you only need 2 pricks if you're going to do A1C. this time. Okay. So that's all one shot. We don't even need a glucose monitor this year. All right. So the phlebotomy can open at 4:45. They're going to need people to try it on. But this is for real for you. It's okay if you ate. It's okay if you ate. This is not blood glucose. Okay. This is just A1C if you want it, or it's the cholesterol if you want it. You don't have to do it either. Just because you're doing the program doesn't mean you have to do the biometrics either. Okay. So is there anyone in here interested in doing the biometrics? We have one. Raise your hand again. If you're interested in doing biometrics today. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's perfect. 10. We have 10 people. That's absolutely perfect. So when we break, you guys are going to go to phlebotomy, not to lunch. Then you're going to go eat, right? Not that it matters which one you do first. It's just that we want our nurses to be able to eat too. Okay? All right. So that's what we're doing today, and we need to hop to it. Again, the agendas are in your actual WhatsApp right now. Okay. All right. So can you slide down for now, please? Slide down. Thank you. Thank you. Keep going. Thank you. All righty. So what is our aim? Let's make sure that we understand what our goal is here. Okay. Let's make sure that we understand that our goal is there are people who are they have some very, very serious needs that far surpass what they even are aware of. But we are aware of what their goals are for this program. Okay. Our goal as a group, it doesn't matter if we're a table leader, it doesn't matter if we are on the food team, it doesn't matter if we are the AV team. Our goal is to receive them warmly, kindly, lovingly. They should really feel like everybody here that they meet really cares about them. We want you to be here. We want you to reach the goal that you need to reach or you desire to reach. We're here to help you with anything. It does not have to be just the table leader that expresses that in our kindness, right? And so our goal is to help them meet their goals. That's what we're here. Why do we do it this way? Because this is how Jesus did it. We're a church. Otherwise, we could just be a social club. He met people where they were. He took care of their needs, whatever it was. If the blind man came to him and needed to be able to see, he didn't heal some other part of the body. He addressed what it was that they were concerned about. Okay? And so we want to meet people where they are. We don't want to tell them what they need. They'll tell us what they need, right? And our goal is to help them and to help them to meet their goal. Okay? And let's be very clear. First of all, we're not all Seventh-day Adventists. Okay? And, our goal is not to make them church members. As much as we'd love for them to come and be here and, spend time with us, that is not our goal. Our goal is to meet them where they are. That's why, and when we're that way, it doesn't matter what their faith is. We're going to be the same way if they are atheists, if they don't know God or love him. That is not going to change not a single thing about what we do or how we do it, right? And so that's not the goal here. The goal is if they're going to see Christ, it's not because you pulled out a Bible. None of that. If they're going to see Christ, it's because they saw him in the way that you treated them and in your kindness. Okay? All right. So that is our goal here. We're going to help them meet their needs, whatever those needs are. B, everybody knows the program starts January 18th and it ends April 18th. Now that is actually 13 weeks if you count it. Okay? It's a 12-week program with a 1-week juicing. Okay. Um, I don't know. I, I haven't counted it, but maybe it isn't that because I want to tell you about number H. Look up there, number H. We actually inserted a week off. We've never done that before. But when they finish and they finish the biometrics this year, we're actually going to take a break. And that's because there's the women are going to go on a retreat up in the mountains. And all of you are welcome to go. Anybody's welcome to go. We're going out in nature. We're going up to the mountains, to the lakes, to the trees, and we're going to be there for an actual spiritual retreat. And so that is going to happen the week before graduation. We've never done that before. So when you see that in the binders, um, then you will know why that's there, what that week off is for. Speaking of the binders, well, first of all, did you notice Macy was here? Ah, nobody was curious enough to ask her why. You're just happy she's here, right? It don't matter why, does it? It doesn't matter. Happy she's alive. Yeah. You just thought she was a part of our team. I love that. Macy is here because Macy is doing her own 12-week program at her own church. Yes, congratulations. And it actually starts one day before ours. So they worship on Sunday, so they're doing their program on Saturday. And a couple of us, by God's grace, are going to be there to support her. We're going to be a part of her support team. And so that starts the 17th, and then we are on the 18th. Okay. So I'm sure if you need something, you have a whole bunch of people that are more than willing to help and support. So she's going to be here. You will see Dietrich's sister, who is Janice, who was supposed to be a part of our team. You signed her up. I don't even know if you remember. Oh, Deidre did it? Oh, that's right. You did all the okay. Well, Deidre doesn't even know that she's going to be here, so she will be here today as well. Okay. All righty. Um, so, and we have one other guest, and I'm just going to tell you who she is in case she walks in. Um, do you remember Miss Gay Dillard? Whose table was she at? Okay. Well, Miss Gay Dillard's daughter, Rebecca, started the program. Rebecca Cook. She was here like 1 week, maybe two. But the one she was here was for the first week, the biometrics week. And she is a phlebotomist. Like that's what she does. And she said to her mom, I would love to help them, to volunteer. Like, this is so great that they do that. Well, her mom said it to me. And if you don't know me by now, I do not forget things like that. I draw way back, way back. I make mental notes and physical notes. And by God's grace, I called her. I said, you remember you said, and so I spoke with her, and she is going to be here. So by God's grace, unless she sent me a text message, I was expecting her to be here already. But she's a part of our phlebotomy team, and she will help the nurses, because this is what she does. She has a mobile business. But she's also doing the program again this year. Okay, so she's going through the program again because she didn't do it last year. All right, WhatsApp communication. So this is so super important that we turn our alerts on or whatever we need to do to make sure that we get the communication that we're going to get. Because sometimes I'll see, I wasn't aware of it or something like that. And so it's difficult to contact everybody individually. Okay. So I'm just going to ask, even if you're not accustomed to just going to your WhatsApp, or even if you don't have your notifications on, if you would just, frequent there and make sure that you go there so that you know what we're doing. Sometimes we'll say something and then we'll change it in the WhatsApp. You know what I mean? But we couldn't call everybody to do that. And as we are aware, even though we meet on Monday mornings, all of us are not on the call every Monday morning. I know that our two of our new team members, Peggy and Harold, won't be on the call as well. So if we are not, I know that we want to verbalize and we want to talk and we want to have those conversations. But the easiest way and the simplest way is if we put it in WhatsApp, is there for everybody to see. Okay. So this once again will be our official means of communication. Okay. Um, and if you can just check it, please. Just take the time. Do not speed read here. Okay. Take the time to make sure you're in touch with the WhatsApp. Our calendar review, well, you don't have any binders because they're downstairs and I switched the place. But I do want to thank Miss Lysandra. Every year she does this. Y'all think this does not happen by magic. This is somebody doing this. And I want to thank Lysandra. Doesn't that look so beautiful? Who was here last year when we were peeling off those tabs and cutting them and sticking them on every one? See, this is why we use people's gifts. Okay, because that was my idea. I wanted tabs, and I didn't want them to have to flip through 50 pages to find what they needed, right? So I wanted tabs. And so we literally took all those tabs, peeled them off, stuck them on one by one. It was just a hot mess. So Lysandra, by God's grace, helped us do this. Doesn't it look so lovely? Right? Yay! It does. And so our binders this year, if somebody wants to go grab them, then, if you want to look at them, but they are numbered 1 through 8. And there is a, hello. Hello, Miss Janice. Listen, I'm going to interrupt for 1 second. How are you? For those who don't know, wait. For those who don't know, this is Deetra's sister. And Deetra's her sister. And she was gonna be in our program this year. She had signed up at Harold and Deetra's table until now. She's a part of Macy's church, and they're gonna do their own program. So by God's grace, that's why she and Macy are here. They are training for their own program. But she took time out on her birthday.
I did.
Can we sing happy birthday to her? Her name is Janice. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Janice. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. I know. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. So you're about to get your binders in a second. So hold on a second. When you get them, you will see the calendar down here. Are they coming up? Okay. So let's see if we can get one, and let's run through it real quick. Thank you. Thank you so much, LaShonda. You guys can come grab it, and it'll go a lot quicker. Just grab a binder. Yeah, you could do that too. I'm so happy.
That's a
I'm
good
so
thing,
proud.
sir, but
Oh, that's okay, because I am so. Yes. They don't even know what you're talking about right now, Macy. They haven't even heard what you just said. So, all right. Thank you so much. All right. So let's just my first baby. I've done it in multiple places. Is that what you mean? Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, the virtual. Yeah. She said, "Is this my first birthing of creation life?" Formally, formally, yeah, by God's grace. How are we going to get a blue zone if we just have one church doing this? We need every church doing this, right? All righty. All right. So go to tab 7. I just love Lysandra. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. Go to tab 7, please. All right. So this is our calendar. Look at my friend Deetra. Can we clap and say thank you to Deetra? Thank you, Deetra. There's no way Deetra would have been late today, except she was doing this for me. Thank you, Deetra. Thank you so much. Who who wants a printed copy of the agenda? I know some of you are just like that. You're like, do you have this in print? Yes, I do. Here, no, just give me another one. Okay, what I'm getting ready to give you, guys, I need these back. What I'm getting ready to hand you, I want these back, okay? These, not the agendas. Not the agenda. No, no, no.
Where is the agenda?
Who has the agenda? Who has the agenda? Yeah, you're just getting one and passing them on. You just take one and pass it.
It's because it was
Staple. I know. You see how easy it was for me to pick it out? That's why it was staple. No, pull it off. Take one and everybody doesn't need it. You all have it in your WhatsApp. This is just for those people that need papers. No, they get the whole thing for this.
and they give it back.
Yes, but I want the back. Everything except the agenda I would like to have back. Can you make sure everybody gets one? You can do one side and she can do another side. These are the things I want back, please. Yes, I want that back. I want this back. I'm just giving this to you so you can see it instead of just, I'm going to pull it up on the screen anyway. But I know some of my people. I know some of my people. They got to touch it, feel it. I know. No, don't take apart those packets. You each get one of those. Thank you. Yes, you each get one of those. Yeah. Does everyone have one? We're going to go through this in a minute, so that's why we're looking at it. But we need to move a little quicker. No, you don't get to keep those. Mm-mm. You're keeping the agenda. I'm not saying you're not going to get one. You just don't get to keep it today. Yeah. Okay. I should say you may get to keep it depending on your answer to my question. Everybody doesn't need this. Everybody has a weekly meal and everybody has a group meal prep. Does everybody have a group meal prep? Some of them are individual. It says group weekly plan. Does it say group weekly? Thank you. This doesn't? Do you have this? No, you can. You can. I'll give it to you. What did you tell me you have? You said you have what now?
Group, yeah, that I had extra.
Oh, good. Okay. So you have two documents.
Yes.
Good. I thought you were saying you had three. Okay. Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing. Do you have both?
I didn't get the milk.
Okay. She needs a meal planner. She needs a, okay. You got it? Anyway, guys, I'm going to show it on the screen anyway. Okay. I just know sometimes we like to hold them. So that's why we're letting you hold them. Okay, one more. I know. Your last one. It's one more coming. You should have, guys, it's one more coming. You should have three. You're getting one more. Now that we got the two sorted. Let's get some help, Deetra. Let's help.
Okay.
Yeah. I know. I stopped and hugged.
Does everyone have one?
Is there anyone that only has two documents that doesn't have three? Now you should have three. Tell her to get on YouTube. It's on YouTube. We're not Zooming until we go to the downstairs. Yeah. Sorry. We are on YouTube, right? Thank you. Yeah. Tell her to go to YouTube, Sinai. Can you put a link in the WhatsApp, please? I didn't even know Debbie was going to try. When I talked to her, she wasn't thinking that she could make it at all or listen. So yeah. Brother David, can you send a link to those who might not be here so they can find it on YouTube, please? But we have recorded it. So for those who are watching this for the first time, we have been recording the whole time because my friend Deetra was missing because I had her on a rendezvous. So she needs to know this stuff too. Okay? All right, we're good now? Everybody have all three? Thank you so much. All right, we are on tab 7 in your binder. Deetra, you have a binder. Here you go. The agenda? Right. Can you give her agenda? Do we have any more extra agendas? It's on your WhatsApp too. Here they are. Yeah, tell her the Zoom is going to be when we get to the tables. It is going, but right now she goes on YouTube. Later when we break out, she'll be on Zoom. He's putting a link in there. Just click on the link. Have you done that, Brother David? Oh, he's done it already. It should be in the WhatsApp. Because it's not just her, it's Sonja also. Okay, but even though they missed it, I wasn't even expecting her to come because I thought she was preoccupied with the kids. But anyway, that's why I wanted to record it for her. Okay, are we good? Everybody have 3 now? Excellent. Okay, we are on tab 7. We're looking at the calendar of events. I just want to bring to your attention, today is our training, January 4th. We start January 18th. We start at 2, but our report time is 12. Okay, when I say 2, that means we start our first participant at 2. Okay, this is for them, not for you. Okay, for you, it's 12. Okay, now, if your group, whatever you're doing, you don't need to be here that early, that's okay, but you know who you are. If you're serving food, you can't walk in at 1:30. Okay, because we want to be on time this time. So everybody, it's 12 o'clock, unless, of course, there is no reason for you to be here. The other thing is we're moving tables, we're doing this. We're going to do a quick walkthrough today, but I did not set up anything because if you set it up, you got to break it down, right? I just laid our little signs out so you could get a visual of where we are, okay? But next week, it's literally going to be set up. All the binders are literally going to be, where they need to be. The height measure is going to be in place. The scale is going to be there, okay? And somebody has to put that there. So our team does that. All right. Plus, our tables are color coded. Like, there's a lot to be done before they get here. And as I mentioned earlier, they always get here earlier, okay? Notice that the white are the 12 weeks. Notice April 12th is a week off, okay? We won't be here for that week because of the retreat that we'll all be just getting back from, and then our graduation. So we don't take a break during the program. It's right after the program. Everybody see that? April 12th? Okay. And then April 18th is the graduation. We're going to do our health fair again. May 3rd is all there. Okay, you can go ahead and put it on your calendars. For those who are interested, we start our Daniel class May 16th. This is via Zoom. And then what is in brown or yellow or khaki, this is our monthly programs, okay? It is generally the third weekend. But as you can see in December, it's the second, okay? It's generally. Now we know that sometimes our speakers can't come and we have to change this, but this is a general schedule. If we change it, then we will put a new calendar in the Creation Life WhatsApp chat, and you can print it off and put it in here, or you can just strike through it and write through it, okay? Everybody together? All right, so that's our calendar. Do you have any questions about that quickly? Any questions? That's the end of it. We'll be coming back from it. We leave that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We already know we're not going to be back. We already know we're going to be super tired when we get back. So, yeah. So it just worked out. God is so good. We didn't have to break in their program because you know how breaks are. Yeah, sometimes we lose them and we can't, get that impetus back up. So, all right. Okay. Where are we? We already talked about the t-shirts. So here's another great reason to be here at 12 next time. We are going to receive our t-shirts, right, Miss Charlotte? Our start date. Oh, good. So she plans to have them to you before then so that you can wear them. That's ideal. Okay. All right. So the t-shirts then. So please don't forget your t-shirts. That's for the staff. Yeah, it's for staff. All right. Now, does everybody know what they're doing on screening day, biometrics day? Do you know what your role is? Okay. All right. Great. All right. So raise your hand if you do know what you're doing. You know exactly where you're working that day. Where are you working? So I didn't ask this right. Do you know where you're working on day one, biometrics day? Okay, who doesn't? Who doesn't? Excellent. Okay, great. Because we need a lot of roles, okay? So when we do our walkthrough, I need you to find yours. Okay? Your role and where you're going to be. Probably the people that definitely didn't raise their hands are the nurses, primarily. Because they didn't even get asked this year where they're going to be working. We're just like, we need nurses, okay? So we're going to have a lot of nurses doing what we had 2 people doing before, 2 to 4, okay? Praise God. So we pray this moves a lot faster. All right, so we're going to actually walk through the process, and at the time you can ask me questions, you can make comments, you can say, have you considered doing this, or, this may or may not work, okay? All right. As I mentioned, our health team, we want to thank Miss Pamela so much for heading up our health team. Thank you, Miss Pamela. Speaking of which, I introduced Janice to you all earlier, but Janice is her partner who's going to be heading her health team as well. Okay. All right. So we have 10 nurses, and I'll show you when we go through it where those nurses are going to be working, how this thing is going to be flowing. Okay. All right. Phlebotomy opens today. I already talked about this. Not going to go over that again. But what time are you going to be at phlebotomy? It's 4:45, right? Okay. So instead of doing lunch, you're going to go there. Okay. All right. Scroll, please. Okay. What's new this year? Everything. Oh, mercy. It's a lot new this year. It's going to feel like a new program, really. For those of you, the people who are coming will not know any difference, but you will. Okay. So let's talk about it. Why do we need to talk about it? So you can understand it, because they're going to be asking you, thinking that you know it. Okay. So we want to go through it so you know it. All right. The first thing that's new is our new flow guides, okay, on Biometrics Day. So many of you who raised your hands, that is going to be one of the things I need. We need people who direct the flow. You know, when you have people coming in from every which way, it's helpful to say, I was like, I have an echo. It's helpful for somebody to be there. Don't you love it when you see a Walmart person coming by in that blue shirt? It's hard to find them these days, right? You used to be able to, they were on every corner. That's how we want to be. And that's why it's so important to wear our t-shirts. They've never been here. They don't know who is who, right? But when they see that purple t-shirt, it's just like in Walmart. It doesn't matter if they work in the deli. You're asking them questions about whatever, and they need to help you, don't they? Okay, so we want everyone here to understand the flow, so you can help them to understand the flow. Just them being comfortable is new. They don't know these people. They don't know where anything is. Okay, and we're going to try to get a little signage as well that can help them. But we want to be right there, already stationed. Okay, and flow guides, don't sleep on this. This is super, super, super important that you help them to get to where they need to be and do what they need to do, okay? And we're going to need several of them. I think I counted 6, okay? All right, so that's going to be new. People directing the flow. We figured out it does not work for the leaders to be doing that, because the leaders are all over the place. People are asking the leaders questions all the time. They're not in place. You know what I mean? That does not work. We will be greeters and we'll be helping. But if AV needs me or cooking team needs me or Charlotte, we're gone, right? And the people are like, what do I do now? Okay. We really want to help them through this process this year. All right. Second thing that's new this year is our biometrics target time. You know how when it says be there at 3:15 and it's not 3:15 because they got here at 12:30 and they're sitting in the sanctuary and they're waiting? So we're managing our expectations when we do this, okay? If we tell them 3:15, they're expecting us to be at 3:15. And we would love to do that, and we want to do it every single year, but we see how that happens, right? But if we tell them 4:15 and we get in there at 3:30, now they're happy, okay? Now they're feeling really good about that, okay? So we want to make sure that we manage that and help them to be in the sanctuary, know that the goal is, so they don't feel like, oh, I was the last one to come, I'm going to miss something, okay? Our goal is to beat this by far, especially with all our nurses and all of that, okay? We want to actually start long before 4:15, but it beats telling them 3:15 and falling short, all right? New this year is Beauty of Balance. For those who don't know, we have a new cookbook. I'm so happy that we've adopted this. Chandra Sykes, she is supposed to be here on the first day. She'll have the cookbooks. We've had it digitally, many of us who went through the medical missionary program, but it's going to be in print by God's grace. Okay, so we're going to have that for them when they come. It's called the Beauty of Balance Cookbook. Here's the reason we didn't just adopt this and totally scrap our program altogether. Because if you're going to follow that, you got to buy the cookbook. Never has it ever been in creation that you have to buy a cookbook. Okay, if they want to buy a cookbook, yes, most of them do buy a cookbook, but you don't have to buy a cookbook. Yes, there are two options. You can get it digitally for 20. You can get it in print for 40. Now I can tell you, if you try to take that to UPS and get that printed, that will not be $40. Okay, a whole, how much ink, Shonda? 2 cart. That's at least $60 right there. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So yeah, we're real grateful, and it's on Amazon. Okay, so it will be on Amazon. I did say it is, but it will be. Yeah. So, but we're not going to make them have to go and order it. We're going to have some available here for them to purchase. Okay? Yes? Yes? Digitally. That is correct. So for those who already have it digitally, you will get it again digitally because she has updated the cookbook. Namely, the page numbers are not the same. Okay? So hence your alphabetical index right here. Do you have something that says alphabetical index? One of your three? Okay, thank you. You see old and new on there? You see old and new? Yes. Yeah, because when I did the documents, I had put all the page numbers. It took a lot of time to put all those page numbers. And bless you, before I printed it, I just, by God's grace, happened to call her to say, by the way, the new book is going to be the same page numbers as the digital, and they were not. You got the copyright page. It changed all the page numbers. Not even one is the same. So for those who have the recipe book, okay, and who already printed it, like, we're not going and reprinting it again either. I'm just going to use this little alphabetical index, and I'm going to find the old page number. Okay, so that's going to be in their binder as well. Okay, we want them to know both. Okay, for those who have already printed it out, like me. Okay, but they can. That's the answer to your question. $20 digital, but still, we don't want them to have to buy it. Okay, so that's why we have some options this time. Okay. Binders, I've already mentioned our beautiful binders. Thanks to LaShonda, by God's grace, she did such a lovely job. And we're so thankful that they look so neat and so organized. What did I say? I just can't. I never had this problem. I did good with Lysandra and LaShonda. But when we put the Chandra and mixed them together, I'm just not consistent. So I'm so sorry. Y'all know I know you. All right. All right. What else is new? Our spiritual guidance team is new this year. Okay. Yeah, we've never done this before, but we talk about this all the time. Our goal is to help people to be whole in every way. Physical, which is what they all come for, mental and spiritual, and even financial, right? And so we want to have a spiritual guidance team. Pastor Shaw is going to be one of them. Brother Reginald is going to be one. And Miss Darlene is going to be another one. Thank you. And this is for those who want it. In every program, we have people who are grieving. We have people who are having mental issues. They're having some serious stuff that most of us, are not even aware of. Okay, a lot of times I know about a lot of that because I am, in one of these roles. But we will simply ask them, would you like to? If are you interested? Would you like somebody that you can talk to, or that you want to pray with? Okay, and we'll do that. We may be getting a new pastor soon. And we pray that that will be the case. But as of right now, you all know that Sinai doesn't even have a pastor, right? So that's why we asked Pastor if he would be a part of the team. And then he doesn't have to be here, you know, his phone number is open for everybody. So I want you to know so that if you have a table and somebody who's really, really, really struggling, I mean, this is the best testimony right here. We didn't know that Cheryl was going through all of that as she was grieving when she first came through this program. But you're not going to meet a more nurturing person than Pastor. And so now we have three people who love God and love the Lord and love people too. So that's what that team is. You won't see them, or we won't talk about them, or you won't hear them, or we won't be, you know what I mean, because we mentioned that already. But I want you to know that that's what they have agreed to do, and we're so grateful for them. Okay, and then finally, if this is your first year in Creation Life, I'm going to ask you to stand as a leader. Stand for me. Stand. 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 Stand, Peggy. Let's say thank you for them joining us. This is the best part of our new list. People that joined us, went through the program, and now have joined us as a part of the team to give back. That's what I wish everybody would do, to give back. And so we want to say thank you. Welcome to the team. We know that God is going to use you in amazing ways. You all have different gifts. You all have a different story. All of your story is different. Your personalities are different, right? And you're going to reach people that somebody else might not be able to reach. And so I hope it will be as fulfilling for you as it was for them. Thank you guys so much. All right. Okay, guys. We're going to start with Arrival Week 1. I mentioned this already ahead of time, but that time is 12 o'clock, okay? I know it says 2 on the calendar. Can you change it to 12 if you need to? Please. Don't be like, what time did Jules say? And go to WhatsApp. Please. Okay? Go ahead. Write that in. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's yours. Okay? January 18th. You see how it says 2 to 5:30? That's 12. So you can write that in there. Write that in there, please. All righty. Okay, so listen, go ahead, write your name on that binder, please. Hi, Rebecca. How are you? Yes, she does.
She told me the plans changed. That's fine.
No, we're still here. This is Rebecca, everybody. This is Gay Dillard's daughter. She started with us next year, and she's returning this year as a participant, and she's helping us on our team as well to do our phlebotomy. So, okay, guys, what we need to do is, well, first of all, let me take your questions. Is there anything you don't understand right now? Because we're going to need to do a really quick picture, and we're going to need to do a really quick walkthrough. Okay? Is there anything you don't understand right now? You have any questions about anything? Oh, you know what? You're looking at the documents. Can you pull up the documents? Wow. I'm surprised nobody asked me that. Let's go through that quickly. All right. So, let me have that one that says how to prepare for week 1. It's the first one, I think. Keep going to the bottom. The attachments, please. Right there, that one. Mm-hmm. Okay, if we can get that as large as we can, because they don't have this document. This is what they're going to receive in their Creation Life welcome letter. And this is the new thing I wanted you to be aware of, okay? How to prepare for week 1. The first thing they have to do is choose their detox. You're all familiar with what we are now calling the classic, okay? The classic juice detox is what you did, all right? Why would somebody want to choose that? Well, if they're really serious about decreasing their blood pressure or eliminating their blood pressure medicines, or if they want to develop a lot of discipline, or if they want to reset their taste buds and they need to go through that whole process, then we're going to recommend that they do option 1, okay? And we're letting them know this is a very rigid program. And we're talking to them about this. Why? Because when they come on day 1, as you remember, they need to already have their ingredients together. So they've got to choose and make a decision about which one they want to do, okay? So some of you are going to go through the program and you need to decide, do you want to do it the way you did it? Or do you want to do it this other way that we're going to talk about right now? Option 2 is the 7-day Beauty of Balance cleanse, okay? Beauty of Balance is the cookbook that we told you about. It's its own program in and of itself. So that's why we printed documents for them, because we don't want them to do everything in that cookbook. We just want them to do the parts that pertain to our program. So pull that up for me. Let's start with, you know what? I should have given you the juice detox one. I don't know. Can you put it in the WhatsApp for me? The juice detox. Oh, it's in the book. Hallelujah. That's right. It's in your binder. Go to tab 4. Thank you. It's tab 4, the one I want you to go to. You already understand tab 3. That's the one you did. That's the one you're familiar with. Go to tab 3, everybody. 4. Tab 4. In this one, don't go to step 2, please. Brother David, go down again. Go down. Go up. Sorry. Scroll up. Okay. Keep going. See, there are 2 options. They need to pick one. Okay? So you see tab 4? Tab 4 is super simple. But let me tell you, that's option 2. But listen, this one has smoothies. It has protein shake and juices. It's not straight juice like what you did. Is everybody with me? And actually, the way she does it is 6 juices a day. We've been through it. 4 of us beta tested this. Okay, it's 6 juices a day. That can get pricey too for them. Okay, what we found is we couldn't do 6 juices. We just couldn't. You have this big shake, you have this big smoothie, you know, and so we couldn't. So we split it to 3. That's what we did. That's why we went through it. We tested it out. Okay, but they will see in there that it's 6. Okay, so you see how simple it is? You make your juice, you make your smoothie. Now, turn the next page. Turn to the next page. It tells you exactly what to do. Go back to the meal planner. On Monday for breakfast, what do you have? Thursday for lunch, what do you have? Sunday for dinner, what do you have? It's that simple. It's no psyllium husk 1 hour before. It's none of that. Yes. No probiotics, no senna, none of that. Nope. You don't even have a time. You don't even have a time. When I say simple, it's simple. You don't even have a time. as we know it should be, but for some of them, they're going to drink it right before bed. But okay. If you do the beauty of balance, what are the time parameters? For those of you who know, you should be drinking before 4 hours before your bedtime, 4 to 5 hours, right? Okay. But they don't have a time. Their breakfast, their lunch, and their dinner. Now, is there something that made you think it's 6? Because the reason I want you to talk to me about this is because whatever your questions are, they might have too. And I did. What I'm saying is, in the book, the book by itself is a program. Okay, it has a program at the very back. So unless they read to the back, they will never see it anyway. But we're going to tell them the first day, this is a program. This book is not just a recipe book. It's a 28-day recipe program, okay? You're not following this. You're following this. Because in that, it gives them 6 a day. One day is 6. You understand? You will not get hungry at all. Most of us could not even do all of that. It was I can't even remember to do something every 2 hours. It was a lot, and it's expensive to do it that way too. Okay, so we modified it, and this works great. There is no time. Now in the book, there's time. Okay, but in our program there is no time. Okay. This is everything you're seeing is modified. We modified her program with her permission. Okay? Yeah. Yes? Okay. Correct. That's right. So that's your ingredients list. Go to the next page right after the meal planner. You see it says juice ingredients? That's your shopping list. Okay? Now, flip the next page. That's your recipe. If it says you're going to have a green smoothie this morning, there's your recipe on page 12. Yes, we will help them. We will help them with that because they're gonna need to. It's one or the other. So we did Garden of Life raw meal, right? So go ahead. You were gonna say something. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or you could do the shake without a pea, and it's pea or pumpkin. It's pea or pumpkin. I would have to talk to someone who has chronic kidney disease, okay? Because I need to know how far gone they are. We are definitely going to be modifying if we do juicing at all for somebody with CKD. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's why we don't just let people in the program, even if they show up, we're fine with that. But we're going to take them to the table and do a health consult first, okay? And try to find out that kind of information. Yes? Option, no. Okay, so look at them. Let's look at why you would decide to do one or the other. If you have blood pressure issues and it's real high, for example, you're trying to get that down. You're trying to be a little more aggressive. Then you would choose that. Except, look at option 2. What does it say? Number 2, option 2, number 2. If your blood pressure already drops quickly, it's real unstable. Sometimes it's 180, sometimes it's 90, sometimes you fainting. No. That's why we talk to them. If they have an unstable blood pressure, because if you've ever heard Sam's testimony, like he had some things going on. That's before pressure down. In fact, that's probably why I started to do pressure down. He had some pretty serious things, and thankfully he knows what to do, right? but they need to be monitored and they need to be watched, right? But if we already know your blood pressure drops real quick at the drop of that, or you already have issues with that, please do option 2. Okay, you got all the fiber, you got all the protein, you know what I'm saying? That's why we don't have to have psyllium husk, because it's in there already. Is everyone clear? Okay. If you want a simple plan, if for those people who are like, ooh, no food this is their plan. This is their plan. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can make it 7 days, you know. If you just want a simple plan, not a lot of rules, you just make your juice and you have your 3 juices a day like you would have your 3 meals a day. This is your plan right here. Okay. If you have trouble with constipation, yes, I'm going to take your question. Constipation, this is almost like a smooth move too. Okay. Because if you've ever done the other one, sometimes, you know, you stop having bowel movement sometimes, right? Yes. Uh-huh. Well, if I knew that answer, we might not have a plan number 1. Right? When we went through this, I haven't seen what I've seen with number 1. Otherwise, I don't just put people through this for fun, right? Yeah. No, she's talking about for blood pressure, right? Specifically. Oh, you mean like weight and stuff like that? Okay, so let's say they say, well, which one are you going to lose weight? Both. You're going to lose weight on both of them. Okay. The main difference that I would use to choose between the two is blood pressure. Okay. And it doesn't mean that your blood pressure can't come down. It's just that I haven't seen yet the consistency that I know this one makes. Okay. Yes. I remember. Look at God. Yeah. Right. 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 Option 2. You are no longer trying to come off medications. You are no longer trying to get your blood pressure down. Okay. That's what I mean. If we had gone through this and it was just like blood pressure, boom, and it's down and we're not going back up, you know, and we had some vacations in there and we had some other things going on. So if we had been able to do the program all the way through, I have never seen anything work like this ever, like in all my years, as well as this. Okay, so that's why I would still put someone through it, even though this is so much simpler. You know what I mean? But this is option 1. I've never seen as good of results as with this one. Correct. And if that's their goal, not my goal, if that's what their goal is, and they're very serious, they're going to willing to go through a rigid program. I mean, before nobody had the option anyway. That's just what we did. But now you have the option. I think you had another question, and then I'll take you. Absolutely. Okay, so we do our health consults, which is your job, and we do that as well. When we're talking to them, we tell them the exact same thing. Okay, they generally, somebody who has diabetes has been used to doing that. They know what it feels like to become hypoglycemic. They know to go get their glucose monitor, and you know what I'm saying? They are very familiar with that. In most cases with blood pressure, they've just never even been that low. They don't even know what that's like. But is their blood sugar going to come down? Yes. Is it going to come down that week? Yes. Is it going to come down fast? Yes. Okay. It's coming down. Tell them, Sam. It's coming down. Okay. This works as well on diabetes as it does on blood pressure as well, right? but so does the beauty of balance works on it's going to happen in either one. It's going to happen in both. The difference though is this one has a lot of fiber in it. You know, it's a smoothie. It's a protein shake, right? And so that helps to it doesn't drop as fast. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot more steady. Just like that's why you can eat fruit even though you're diabetic and it's really sweet, because the fiber in it helps to keep those blood glucose levels steady. You follow what I'm saying? So that's the difference between that. Okay. So yes, it's still coming down either way. It's just it'll happen a little more quickly there. Thank you. Thank you. For those who are not, can they see the picture as I'm talking? I should have a pointer also. The pointer will be great. But anyway, so option one, the classic, will go for diabetes and for blood pressure. And option two will do both as well. It's just that everything is not going to happen as fast. I mean, many of you can testify to this. It doesn't happen in everybody's case. Some people have to work on this a lot longer, okay? But for the majority of people, the first week, their blood pressure is down. The first week, okay? And it stays down when they're doing what they need to do, okay? So many people in here can even testify to that. So option one, the main difference is if you're very serious about your blood pressure, you're probably going to want to do that one. Okay. And remember, we're watching them. We have them on pressure down. They're clocking in, typing in. We're watching them. You may want to do that on the diabetes as well. If I had somebody I talked to and they're real unstable, I'd be like, yeah, you. But a lot of times they go together anyway, and so they'll be monitoring that also. But yes, they have to monitor it. They should be every day anyway. If you're diabetic, we know they don't, but they should be. And this gets them in the practice. The same thing is true with blood pressure. Most people don't realize this, but you should, before you pop a pill, you really should take it to see what it is today. Okay? All right. Are we good with the two options? Okay, so if somebody asks you about it, a friend of yours, and they get a welcome letter and they're going to call Peggy because Peggy's the one that referred them. I want Peggy to know and understand the difference, okay? And if you don't understand, please call me and I'll be happy to continue to go through it. All right? Now, so that's one thing they have to do. They have to choose their detox. Step number two, keep going. They're going to choose their eating plan. Now, do they have to have this already decided by day one? No, and we tell them this. But there are going to be three ways you can do it this year. One is the way you've always done it. We're going to give you the categories. We're going to say, go eat 100% raw. You can eat a guacamole. You can eat apple. You can choose whatever you want, okay? That's just the category. We're going to call that the freestyle from now on. We give you the category, and you pick what you're going to eat. Who might need to do this? This option is for people who want flexibility, creativity. If you are a very picky eater, this is you. Okay? Because I'll say, eat guacamole. I don't like guacamole. That's why I generally don't do meal plans for people. Honestly, I don't know what you like, right? You know what you like. So I give you the category and you go and choose. But this year, that's the freestyle. That is not going away. Okay? The freestyle. But option number two, there are some people who are like, can you just tell me what to eat? This is for them. That's why I said, give me those back, because only the people who want to do this are going to get those documents. Everybody doesn't need that. Okay? Now, let's look at it real quick. This one. Clothes are literally falling off. Maybe I did lose some weight. It says group meal prep. No, no, you cannot. Okay, now you can switch between the freestyle and the individual. You cannot switch in and out of the group, and you'll understand that better in a minute. All right, you got it? Okay. Number one, if you're going to do option 2 or 3, you need a cookbook. Because look at this page for me. This starts on week 2. Why do you think we start on week 2 and not week 1? Week 1 is a detox, which everybody has. That's why it was in your binder. All right? This is your eating plan. We have literally told them exactly what to eat every day for 12 weeks now. Okay? We told them what to eat, but we didn't give them the recipe. Because where do you think the recipe is found? In that cookbook. So if you decide you want to do the individual meal plan, now, does that mean when you get it, you have to eat this? No. You can switch it out if you want to, but you do have to buy the cookbook if you're going to even, this will be useless to you if you don't have the cookbook. Y'all see what I'm saying? Okay. And that's why we didn't just switch to this altogether, because now people have to buy a cookbook if we only do that. And we don't want to do that. Everything is voluntary here. We don't make things mandatory like that. Okay. All right. So when they come off, you know, they still have to do all raw. Everything on here is raw. Everything is raw. So the first day, they're going to have Monday for breakfast, they're going to have tropical fruit bowl. Lunch, they're going to have raw cauliflower tabbouleh and carrot crunch. They're going to get dessert every week. Dessert every week. We almost had dessert every day. It's wild, very wild. Let me tell you, when you buy the book, you will see her plan. If you notice, Monday and Friday look alike, Tuesday and Saturday look alike, and Wednesday and Sunday, all we did was took her plan, we divided it in half and doubled it. Here's why. Because none of us have time to do 8 recipes in one day. Almost everything on here has a recipe. It's all good. It's good food. You see, my clothes are literally falling off right now. Okay, we have been eating very, very well. We have lost weight. We're feeling great, right? It works, but who has time to do that many recipes every single day? That's why we're going to talk about the group meal prep, okay? So this also is different. One day a week, we're going to juice. That's why you see Thursday, it says juice of choice. So we're going to routinely juice once a week. This will help people from wanting to juice every day. Okay? They know they have a juice day. All right? This is just, we're still on 1. We're still on 2. Go to, let me, when I say you're going to be doing some real eating, let's go to week 5. Okay, on week 5, we're going to start off Monday breakfast with scrambled tofu and yellow grits. If it's capitalized, it's a recipe. If it's lowercase, you're just going to use yellow corn grits. Okay, if I say apple, we know what an apple is. We don't need to look for a recipe for apple, right? So if it's lowercase, it's just what it is. If it's uppercase, you can look for an actual recipe. We're going to have parfait and granola for breakfast on Wednesday. We're going to have raw tacos for lunch on Wednesday with butternut squash soup and Sykes ice cream. Okay? So, like, it's real food. Okay? But we're literally going to tell them everything to eat. If they choose to eat it, it's okay. If they choose not, that's okay. But they have to have the book to go with this. And you see there are no page numbers. I went back and took every single one of them off. Okay? Because they didn't match. And if somebody printed the old one, it would just be confusion everywhere. So that's what the alphabetical index is. And that's going to go along with it if they choose that, and they can put it in their binder. Okay? Yes. And by the way, I'm sorry, just 1 second. Everybody understand this is option 2, the individual plan? This is for people who are structured people. They already do menus anyway, right? Those of us who do menus anyway, these are for structured people, and they literally want to know. They don't want to figure it out when they wake up what they're eating. Okay? All right. Yes, your question, Deetron? Week 5? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Some things are not going to change. And did I wait that long? Did I wait that long to give? No, I did not. No, we don't wait that long for 2 by 2. That's week 3, ma'am. Week 3. Week 3. So, no. So that was a great question. Let's answer that question. She said, so what she's saying is, are they going to be doing 2 by 2 with this? Yes. It says none for dinner. It says none. Okay, guys. So one more time, I'm going to repeat. There's some people in here who don't know what 2 by 2 is. You're spoiling it. You're spoiling it. All right. But are we still doing 2 by 2? Oh, yeah. We're not changing that much of the program. Okay. Yes, we're definitely doing 2 by 2. But when you first came, you never heard of 2 by 2, right? It's going to be the same way this year. Okay. So they start out and they're just happy and they're just, and then we share with them, we introduce it to them, just like we did for you. Okay. So that's the individual plan. Are we clear before I throw in a third one? Everybody good with this? All right. We're just telling them what to eat. And we're giving them the recipes to do it. That's all. We want everybody to win this year. You don't have any excuse not to win this year. All right. Option 3, group meal prep. Now, this is how we found this successful. LaShonda, Yolanda, Sonja, and myself, we teamed up. This is, oh my goodness. What's 7 times 7? 42 recipes, new recipes in a week. 49, but I took off the juice week. I took off the juice day. 7 times 6 days is 42 new recipes. Like all this is new. Who of us has time to do that? Right? So what we did was we portioned out, you do these recipes, you do these, you do these, you do these. We come together, we swap. We have to figure that out too, because we were getting together cooking. We had to figure out that we could cook it and then swap it. Now we have all our meals for the week. Okay? We have all the meals. There are going to be some people who need to do that. That is not everybody. Okay? But there are going to be some people who want to be in a meal prep group. So what we decided, we've been doing it, 4 months now? So what we're going to do is we're going to head up 4 meal prep groups, the 4 of us, because we're the most familiar with it. Okay? For those who want to do meal prep. And then if there are others, then other people can start meal prep groups as well. But we're going to continue to do this. We absolutely love it. We would not do it if we didn't love it or recommend it. Yes? Lead. We're going to split up. I've enjoyed being with them, but we knew that we were going to do this. Okay? So we're going to split up. So let's say Cheryl, Macy, and Pamela want to do it. I'll take Cheryl, Macy, and Pamela, and we are a group meal prep team. Okay? Okay? So we are the leader because we've done these recipes. We know, yes. Just if we're the meal prep team, we're only meal prepping for us. Yeah. When I make my oatmeal bacon, you're going to love it. You're going to think you're eating dessert. It is so delicious with the cashew cream on top. Dessert is not a bad word anymore, is it? It's not. It's great. So when we do that, though, if I'm doing oatmeal bacon, I'm gonna make 4 of them. I'm gonna make one for you. I'm gonna portion it into 4. Actually, I'm gonna portion it into 8 because we're eating this twice. Because what we started out doing was We took the whole week and we were trying to divide that up. We were meeting twice a week before work. Like, it was intense, even for all four of us to do it together. Together. So we finally found something that actually works now. When we make the recipe, we make enough so that we each have it twice, and we only have to meet one time now. And then you're just gonna eat the same thing. What I ate on Monday, I'm gonna eat on Friday, and so on and so forth. Okay, y'all get it? That is the last document. Go to the last document. This one. Yes. One question. You wouldn't choose the same. It's the same recipe, by the way. The plan is the same. The plan does not change whether you do individual or group. It's the same plan that you're doing as a group. Do we understand that? Oh, yeah, we're still doing those group meal preps. They're on your schedule. Let's go look at them. Oh, I see what you're saying. She's saying the meal prep as an event. It is, go to number 7. Go to number 7, tab 7. You see the red writing on March 15th? What does that say? Finish the race, meal prep begins. Now, that's something different than what I'm talking about right now. What I'm talking about is, yes, but the good question is, why do we even need to do that if we're going to be in a group anyway, right? But you can take that week off, for example. If you're going to a finish the race meal prep event, maybe you won't do that event. Okay, so for those who did not participate, anybody that wanted meal preps for the week, you got together, you went to somebody's house, it's 10 of us cooking different dishes, and then when we finish cooking them, we're fellowshipping, and then we pour them in to-go containers, and everybody picks up their meals for the entire week, and we're done. Okay? Yeah. So this is similar. The difference is it doesn't happen every once in a while. It starts on week 2. We're doing this. Okay? The other difference is you're preparing it at home and just bringing it. Everybody doesn't have time to come to these. Y'all remember how difficult it was doing them late at night? Or you know what I mean? Like, there were some challenges because everybody's schedule is not the same. All right? All right, last thing, and that's this one. This is for the meal prep people. We have some very wonderful, detailed people in our program that we just let people use their gifts. This is Shonda's creation. This is what we use for our meal prep. She has taken every single recipe from every day, and she has, like, you see, does everybody see week 2 on the first page? These are all the recipes that you see here. All the recipes you see here, she has put here so that, let's say Cheryl and Macy and Pam and I are all together, right? Pam can say, I'll make the tropical fruit bowl. We're going to assign Pam's name right there. We're going to write Pam on our sheet. Okay? See assignment name, the first thing? This is to assist them. Okay? Yes. So you're only going to get this if you're doing group meal prep. That's why I said I want these documents back, okay? You don't need this, okay? So you're only going to get it if you want to be in a group meal prep, and every single one is here, okay? What kind of container do you need to put it in? We had recipe page numbers, but we dare not do that anymore, okay? We don't want to confuse the people. All right, so they get to choose their eating plan. This is not something they have to choose before they come, right? But we want them to kind of be thinking about that. And we tell them when we're talking to them, we say, you don't have to choose this one, but be thinking about what kind of person, you know who you are and how you are. If you're in a meal prep, you need to be reliable. You can't be like, oh, I didn't get to make my meals today. No. We need to be reliable, and we need to know how to follow recipes. Well, cooking is an adventure. Oh, nothing could ever go wrong in cooking. All right, so are we good? So we're going to choose our detox. We're going to choose our eating plan. Now, does that mean you can't change your mind? Yes, you can change your mind. You just can't do both. If you decide you want to do, let's say you want to do classic and you just want to do freestyle. Well, you know, take a picture of somebody's sheet. You know what I'm saying? But you got to buy the cookbook still, right? Okay, so really, you're doing the individual because the individual says, oh, I don't want broccoli today, or I don't want, you know what I'm saying? So really, that if you want to do both, you're really doing the individual, okay? Because you're going to make your own decisions anyway. All right, now, number 3. This is what they need to do. They need to collect their supplies or purchase their juices, okay? And we have some people, some new people doing their juices this year. And then number 4, they need to have everything ready to start juicing. Would you guys like a copy of this? Okay, all right. Well, I'll say this is what's in their update, their newsletter. Okay, welcome letter, welcome email. No, you don't have that because you don't need it. Yeah, but I guess you do need it since so many of you are doing it. That's why I said, would you like to have this? Yeah, because on your detox, you do not have the same ingredients, right? You don't need any kind of protein or anything if you're going to do, pea protein. So you really do need to know which detox you're going to do, okay? Because why? When we come on Sunday, we're going to split the groups up. You know how we do demos? We're not going to demo both of them. Everybody's going to be confused. If you're doing classic, you're going this way. If you're doing Beauty Balance, you're going that way. Okay? And we're going to demo for them and talk to them and answer their questions specifically about the one they choose. So if they hadn't chosen it by then. Plus, you start tomorrow. We hope you bought your ingredients already. Yes? That doesn't happen the second week. It happens day 1. No cooking demos? No. We're going to have 2 separate demos for detox only. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. It's raw week for everybody. The only difference is you're finding your own recipes and you already know what you're eating. It's still raw. It doesn't matter. We're still going to be doing plant-based food, whole food, plant-based foods. Because you all do remember this, right? The first week we do the juicing demo. The second week we demo something raw. The next week we demo something that goes in legumes, nuts, and seeds. The next one we demo something that goes in grains. And then the rest of them, we're just on a whole food, plant-based diet. So it does not change. Mm-hmm. No, but they have access to the recipes that we do with Creation Life. Everybody does, though. Okay? Yeah. No, we're not printing any recipes. We're not doing, any of that. And some of it, they can take a picture of, or, Chandra has given us permission to do some things, but no, we're not doing 2 cooking demos the whole time. The only time we're splitting it up is because they are totally different detoxes and they will get confused. They already get confused with the one. Y'all know how you felt, right? If you were in the middle of the week before you really felt like you had that routine, right? That's confusing enough by itself without the whole thing. So that's the only time we'll split up the demo. Shonda's doing one and Danielle is doing the other. Okay. All righty. Okay. So this'll I'll make sure can you put this please in our WhatsApp chat? Okay. By the way, all these lovely documents are compliments of our precious Cheryl. Thank you so much. That's why everything looks so beautiful. It was all black and white. But between Shonda and Cheryl, they helped us get it together. Guys, come take a picture with me. Oh, yeah. Can I collect these, please? Collect. How about this? How about this? Yeah, let me collect these. Yeah, just pass them to the end of the row. Pass them all the way to the. Don't worry about separating. No. Pass everything except your agenda. You do not keep anything because you have not made a decision yet. Okay. Now I told you all this before I started, didn't I? Did I not? That's what. Nothing. I have these counted out, ma'am. These are counted out. I have them all counted out. So let me have. I'll give you one. I'll send it to you. Can I send it to you, please? Yeah, let me send it to you. Put it right here. No, no, no. The binder's yours, by the way. Write your name on the binder. Thank you. Write your names on the binders. They all look the same. All right, guys. We need to take a picture and we're going to try to catch up. But before we go, let's do this on the agenda. Can you guys turn to the agenda, please? Thank you for your questions. All right, turn to your agenda. Never mind the time. Just look at the agenda. Okay, so we're going to take a quick photo right now. We're going to do a quick walkthrough. Okay, guys, please don't stand up here and talk. Let's get moving because I can't really start talking till everybody gets down there. Okay, and then after we take our picture, we're going to do our walkthrough demo, and I'll show you the process, and you will tell me if there's anything we need to correct. All right, now on your different teams, cooking demo team, here are the things I want you to figure out. Your demo schedule, if you haven't done it already, your menu and responsibilities, who's doing what, Celtic salt. Please have a conversation about Celtic salt and allergies. A list of supplies, utensils, cookware, whatever you need, and how serving participants will be handled. Table leader, we'll talk about that together, the importance of the weekly prayer and leadership call, or having a representative. Table assignments, we'll talk about our actual assignments. Being intentional, following up, and what our responsibilities are. And then AV, you have one of these, Brother David? You have this? Okay, let's get him one. For the AV team, I'd like for you to figure out the weekly photos and videos. Who's doing that? Who's doing that? When are we doing it? Do we have a schedule? What's going on with that? The schedule, monitoring. Can we please have the monitors up this year? Okay, so people don't have to stand around. If the monitors are on, they can stay at their table and see it from downstairs. Okay, and then finally, discuss the website and uploading videos. Like, what's that process gonna look like? Yes. We have a Creation Life website. It's separate from Sinai's website. Yes, we have a Creation Life website. Like all these videos and stuff are on there. Okay. All right, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to ask you all to come. Would you mind taking our picture for us, please, Ms. Rebecca? All right. Come on, everybody. Let's come to the front. Yes. Oh, not you. You and Janice, you don't have to. Oh, you could have taken it, Mason.